This one you definitely don't want to miss. Let's take a look at these amazing Rice Krispie Squares. Like always, you'll find the entire ingredient list and all the instructions with tips and tricks on the website. Check it out. This is a pretty small set and really easy to put together. All you need is to heat up your pan, maybe like a large high-sided pot with some butter. Once that butter starts to melt, you want to add in your marshmallows. You can use any size, mini, regular, or jumbo, but just make sure that you kind of ratio out and have the same amounts so you don't have a bad experience with the recipe. So once you have these marshmallows melting and they are kind of gooey like this, then a good tip that I found is to just spray your spatula a little bit with some oil so that it doesn't stick, the marshmallow doesn't stick too much on the spatula. That might not be a way to avoid it altogether, but this will help a little bit. Now, as that marshmallow starts to become nice and soft and almost has liquefied, you may still see some marshmallows that retain their shape but are basically just very soft and at the verge of disintegrating. It's a good time for you to add in your scoop of protein. I'm using a chocolate cake version because I want to have chocolate fudge kind of Rice Krispie Squares, and that chocolate cake protein really does a good job to get that chocolatiness out. So with that, add in your Rice Krispie cereal or your crisp rice cereal if you don't want to use the name brand, and it might get a little bit messy, but work through it and mix everything together. Add in your vanilla as well. Here I added it in a bit later because I almost forgot to add it, but you want to basically add protein, Rice Crisp, and the vanilla, and then mix it all together. Make sure it's even, and then just take that out into a casserole or like a square rectangular baking sheet that you've lined with some oil. Now, to make your life even easier with something that I should have done, you can put parchment paper, and that will allow you to easily take the Rice Krispies out of the pan later on. But anyways, and just moisten your hands a little bit because that can really help you push it down, pack it up, and really get to those edges without much sticking. It's just easier. It'll save you a lot of time. Let that start to cool down while you prepare the topping. So I'm just gonna microwave some Baker's semi-sweet or dark chocolate. You can use any kind that you want. You can use milk if you want, maybe even white chocolate. Just go crazy. Microwave that. Be careful not to burn the chocolate. And then I'm gonna add in another scoop of protein. Now here's where the milk comes in. So I added a bit earlier to make it a bit thinner so the protein can start to absorb that moisture, because that will absorb a lot of moisture. It's basically powder, right? So you want to keep adding milk a touch at a time as you keep mixing until you get a really thick, spreadable kind of chocolatey mixture, and that's gonna be perfect for the topping. So now just take the actual Rice Krispie square out of the pan, and what I found works really well is you slice it first to make your life easier. So I'm gonna cut them into squares and then spread that chocolate mixture evenly. I found that one bar of the chocolate bar was perfect to get a nice thick and really rich layer of chocolate, and any more or any less just wouldn't have worked. Once you've spread it, let that chill for about 10-15 minutes max, and then you can just retrace the lines to cut the chocolate because the crispy squares are already cut, and you have a beautiful snack, pre-workout, post-workout, or just a great dessert. Now has more protein if that's what you're trying to incorporate in your diet. After all, it's all about spreading it across the day, not shoving it in 1 or 2 meals. So if you love this recipe, then you are gonna enjoy the cookie skillet bake. That's a lot of fun to make, and I'm gonna take this for myself. So yeah.